Hey guys, Dazzler Magic here. We've got some more crazy spoilers, including a ton of battle cards from the upcoming March of the Machine set. Let's jump in with Dusk Legion Duelist. It's a 2-cost white 2/2 creature vampire soldier with vigilance, and whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on this card, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. If you've played Standard Competitive in the last couple of weeks, I don't need to tell you why this is drastically problematic. That deck's virtually unbeatable right now. Add this hot potato and ooh boy. Speaking of hot potatoes, check out this next spoiler. Wait a minute, that's not a card, that's a shirt. From Into the AM, the sponsor of this video. They're a famous clothing brand going back to 2012. Their garment prices cannot be beaten, especially the graphic tees. And if you want to see me wearing it, check out that video I uploaded a couple days ago that got shockingly low views. YouTube did something to it. Where we lit a bunch of Magic cards on fire and then cooked the Magic the Gathering Hot Pockets on top of the fire. Yeah, I know. How does that not get views? I think it's a category I selected or something was problematic with the keywords or I don't know. But if you want to check it out, go see it. It did feature the shirts pretty heavily. But why do I like them so much? Well, you might have heard about the prices, which if you haven't, just click my link down in the description, check it out. I'll get you another 10% off with code DESKTHREADS. That's on top of clearance and existing sale prices. I mean, I just got like 7 or 8 shirts for like a bill, dude, like for real. They're tagless, they're comfortable, I sleep in these all the time. They got 100% satisfaction, 30-day money-back guarantee, hassle-free returns, lightning-fast shipping. They got the 3 shirts for $60 deal going on. 3 for $50 basic tees, I love those. They got the monthly t-shirt club. This thing is crazy, $14.95 a month. I assume all those like Game Crate companies went out of business because Into the AM just crushed them. So I've been rolling some of the coolest designs up on screen. They got new ones coming out all the time from their crazy talented artists. Support me, support them, and support the channel. Especially since I just got my IRS bill today. It's more than I make on YouTube in a month, so I'm glad to have this sponsor. And hey, speaking of taxes, man, if you get your tax refund, I mean, how people perceive you out in public, let's just say that's pretty high up in some people's budget, and this is how to do it right here. And honestly, wearing the shirts, you kind of meet the right people. I've been wearing them long enough where that people are like, oh, you're into like this, or into that. Or I went to an event and had just exactly the right shirt for it. I mean, I've gotten comments from people. Man, I tell you, for the price, there's a reason I turned down every other sponsor in the last 90 days. So check out the link in the description, just poke around, see some of the art. If you see something within your budget and say, hey, that is so me, well, I always appreciate the support. So back to the absolutely insane spoilers. We've got Ancient Imperiosaur. It's a 7-cost 6/6 creature dinosaur with Convoke, which means you can tap it all the way down to 0. Or tap it. Tap creatures to summon it all the way down to 0. Anyway, Trample Ward 2. Hello. Ancient Imperiosaur enters the battlefield with 2/1/1 counters on it for each creature that convoked it. What? They have lost their damn minds with this Convoke crap. But see, this is where they're going. Overcomplicated stuff that you can only track and only reasonably do on digital because that's so much easier and they're making so much more money on it than paper. And then really, really fast games where you got these like snowball buildups and stupid like oppressive combos and then they're doing nothing about white and red blitz decks because impatient ADD 12-year-olds and stupid net deckers who are just watching Netflix and like playing unattended, they want fast games. They just want to like, oh, free win. Oh, look at me. Oh, I got a bunch of wins today. Wow, I'm so talented with this deck I didn't design and stole from the internet. Okay, well, I'm going to go play something that's actually like worth playing. That's who took their survey. And yeah, I don't mean to discount the people that were like, yeah, I have like a family and kids, so I can't sit down and play like a best of 3-hour-long match against a slow playing douche. So pretty much everybody wanted faster matches, but best of one is fast enough. I mean, I don't like games that drag out 15-20 minutes, but if I'm going to play Magic for like an hour or two, I don't need it to be a coin flip. I don't need it to be whoever goes first wins. So this right here, 2/1/1 counters on it for each creature that convoked it. So let's say you're going ramp, you got a couple mana dorks, and you got a couple tokens out. This comes out like turn 5 as what? 12/12? That's kind of conservative. It would probably be higher. 12/12 trample on turn 4, their turn 3, your turn 4, ward 2. How are you supposed to deal with this? Beat it in combat? Not with trample. Destroy it? Not with ward. This is just stupid. It's stupid, careless design. This is going to be Flood Blitz, and then the only thing that's going to win after people design all this Convoke crap, which is by far the strongest thing in this new set, is Convoke. But yeah, when everybody realizes, oh, that's where the power is, oh, look at this overpowered thing, everybody's going to switch to even more oppressive control, where it's just like the mono black right now, where they just undo everything you do in real time and then bring out some broken crap like Phyrexian Obliterator. So they are going to have to ban something after the release of this. It is not an option. They will not have a customer left. I've been telling them this for a while, and now I've got some leaked information about like the active player stats. Take a guess who was correct between me and Watsy. Who was right about 75 to 90% of their active player base leaving the game? I wonder. And it's because of garbage like this. What an absolute disgrace. So next up, we got Ayara, Widow of the Realm, another flippy card. We gotta take it out of the sleeve or run a proxy, or let's be honest, everybody's just playing digital now and they're trying to kill paper. So it's a 3-cost double black, 3/3 legendary creature elf noble, and if you tap it, sacrifice another creature or artifact, and Ayara, Widow of the Realm, I can read, deals X damage to target opponent or battle, and you gain X life, where X is the sacrifice permanent's mana. Okay, typical Ayara stuff. And then if you pay 5+ black Phyrexian, transform her, and then she turns into Ayara, the Furnace Queen, which we actually saw the artwork of a while ago. So this is a 4/4, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, return up to one target artifact or creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. Exile it at the beginning of the next end step. So another Whip of Erebos effect, but better. Great. Next up, Sunfall, because we needed another mono whiteboard wipe. Yay! And this one exiles. Yay! There goes shield. Oh well. There goes any hope of playing anything other than this. So it's a 5-cost double white sorcery. Exile all creatures. Incubate X, where X is the number of creatures exiled this way. Utterly ridiculous. This is slightly more powerful, in theory, than in Garruk's Wake. A 9-cost asymmetric board wipe in black from, like, 2014. The whole thing of a board wipe is like, I wonder who can come back faster. Yeah, I wonder. Just a little insurance policy in case you get out ahead of the mono white decks, which are going to dominate. Next up, Invasion of Chandalar. It's a 5-cost, 4, toughness, life, hit point, who knows, battle. When Invasion of Chandalar enters battlefield, return up to 3 target permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. And then it flips into Leyline Surge once it gets destroyed. So at the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. That's right. Unlimited free casting with no cap and no color. They don't care. Yeah, you gotta get the thing out for 5, you gotta stop swinging at them, you gotta deal 4 damage to it, and then you have to, still have something in your hand and not have lost the game by then, but, like, still. This is still unlimited free casting, and I hate it. By the way, not a story spotlight card, but the flavor text says, Chandalar's wild magic stripped away the unnatural Phyrexian carapaces, reclaiming the true forms hidden underneath. Oh, Chandalar is the secret Control-Z undo button to Phyrexification, aka completion. I heard a rumor from my Discord server, which is usually pretty based and truth-pilled, that somehow Mr. Cat that got kicked out a window and definitely died, but then definitely didn't, Johnny Goldmane or whatever his name is, yeah, he gets like cured or something because cats and the internet. I mean, they had to have one male survive instead of just a bunch of Mary Sue, ridiculous, outrageous, we hate men, transparent, left. I'm just surprised in 2023 that delusional, brainwashed idiots of the coast, which I assume is after they restructure from bankruptcy what they're going to rename themselves as, chose the one character that was ostracized and discriminated against by his tribe for being white. I guess he's like an albino lion or something, or what? I forgot his actual race. Lion people, I don't know. Yeah, that should hit a little close to home with these racist lefty idiots, but I don't know. I'm expecting them to put 2 and 2 together and use logic. That might be a little bit of a stretch. Hey, next up, what are we invading? Karsus. Where is that? I don't frickin' know. It's a 4-cost double red, battle siege, and when it enters battlefield, it deals 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Oh, because red needed that. I can't imagine what fresh hell this is going to be on the backside. Well, Flippy Boy flips into a 4/4 elemental with ward, pay 2 life. Okay, that's pretty appropriate for red, actually. And when you cast a spell, Refraction Elemental deals 2 damage to each opponent. Oh, good. Prowess, but doubled and a little bit more toxic. That's exactly what I needed. And unavoidable damage. So, like, mega prowess. Wow, really cranking the power level up to who cares level, which they're selling cards to Eternal players. I mean, let's just cut the crap. Standard doesn't even exist anymore. as far as they're concerned, which obviously has some implications for Arena, so they're shooting themselves in the foot pretty good, but the rumor is very shortly after this, they are going to change how Standard works. I've heard everything from changing how land works to making Standard best of one, as if that's going to make a difference. That's what people already play online, and at F&M, it's 1 hour matches. I don't know why you would do that, or 1 hour rounds usually. I don't know. I don't get it. I think we all know at this point they're going to shorten the rotation cycle. Or they're just going to replace Standard completely and just say, you know what, screw it. No, it's all just limited or something similar. I don't know. So next up we got Pile On, which it's a 4-cost instant convoke black rare. That can't be good. Destroy target creature or planeswalker surveil to. My gosh. Okay, first of all, they're not piling on, they're pushing him off a cliff. Secondly, it looks like he tripped, because I don't think that they could pile on something that big. And third, I mean, the real problem with this card, I'm already running black do everything hyper control, stall, first 3 turns of control hell. And now I've got some creatures out, probably 1/1 Death Touchers to help stall. Here's what I'm doing with it, convoke, oh, you're dead. You can't let black say, hey, take your creature advantage that you're probably not supposed to have. That's not really, like, the flood colors are not black. Yeah, there's zombies, but still. And say, hey, I've got all these creatures. Here's what I'm doing with it. I'm going to make you have even less creatures. That's going a little too far. And I guess their justification is, yeah, but if you don't have any creatures, it costs 4. Well, if you don't have any creatures in a creatures deck, you're already going to lose. So who gives a crap? But also, prepping the next control spell with Surveil 2, that's ridiculous. Packing the graveyard in black, which that's potentially problematic. Having this potentially cost 0, that's another big issue. I mean, there's just so much wrong with this whole set. They just cranked up the power level to just, we don't care anymore about Standard balance. Nobody watches the tournaments. They revived the pro scene right in time for it to just be dead. And now they're holding tournaments in like stupid other formats. So Standard is dead, buried, and gone. It's just, what are they going to do with the corpse at this point? Whatever, with just the design and the look of this set, including everything, this is like a season finale and we're done. Not like an anime season finale and, ooh, new big boss next week, you know what I mean? Clearly with the power level and the inclusion of all these characters and doing all this crazy stuff with a new super type, which is Battle, and the new subtype of Siege, and just power levels we've never seen in the game before ever, I guess maybe Alpha and Beta. They're just done. It's just clear that they're done. They have completely given up. They don't care anymore. And they're probably looking for a new job while designing these. It's just everybody there is super done and over with this for some reason. Pretty sad that they burned it down to this point with their stupid corporate greed and trying to please their shareholders this year in this quarter, and that's it, and then burning everybody out and killing the game, killing their brand, and killing their company, while being woke, racist, hypocritical idiots the entire time. You can see why I might be a little pissed off. Just a little bit. Thank God I have 3 other channels. Anyway, next up we got Invasion of Segovia. Don't know where that is. I guess it has to do with water. So it's a 3-cost blue card, and when it enters battlefield, create 2 1/1 black Kraken creature tokens with trample. Oh, that's right. Segovia isn't that the really small creatures, or then there's also really big creatures? I don't remember. I thought it was like a joke from an unset, and then they made it canon. I don't know. Next up, there's Katis or Satis, who knows? Sea Tyrant of Segovia. And he's a little 3/3 tiny boy. So non-creature spells is legendary creature serpent, obviously. Non-creature spells you cast have convoke. Oh, that's broken. Control spells and draw spells that cost 0. What could go wrong? At the beginning of your end step, untap up to 4 target creatures. At least convoke is going to be dead and buried. I don't know if I for sure outlined this before, but when people switch to turn 2, 3, 4 -1 sweepers, it's over. Those are already a white or white plus deck, splash and other stuff, where it's just board wipe after board wipe after board wipe after board wipe, and then they bring out a bunch of enchantments and just win the game. And then black is just kill spell, board wipe, kill spell, board wipe. Bring out Phyrexian Obliterator, one of 3 different planeswalkers, and win the game. It's just control stall to the point where you can't play anything. Standard is in such a disgustingly sad state. I can't believe they're even trying to add anything to this, and they damn well better do something about it quick. Other than give up and let it die on its own. I'm saying rotate 75% of Standard when this comes out. We do not need this trash mixing with what's already there. Okay, that's not just throwing gas on a dumpster fire. That's like dropping a nuclear warhead into a dumpster fire. So next up, Invasion of Innistrad. It's a 4-cost Black Siege battle, of course, with Flash. Why not? And when it enters battlefield, target creature and opponent controls gets -13 until end of turn because dumb Innistrad memes. And it flips to Deluge of the Dead. It's a black enchantment, and when it enters battlefield, create 2 black zombie creature tokens. And if you pay 3, exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Oh good, more unlimited recurring zombie flood on a hard to remove permanent. That's what we needed. Next up, Sea Double. Oh, what could this be, I wonder? What could this possibly do, do you think? So it's a 4-cost blue instant. This spell can't be oh, it's an instant. I actually thought this was an enchantment. Okay, now I do want to know what this does. This spell can't be copied. We're already off to the races. All right. Choose one. If an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, also known as Mega Threshold, you may choose both. Cool. Copy target spell. You may choose new targets for the copy, but remember, this costs 4. And then create a token that's a copy of target creature. Okay, cloning for 4, now we're talking. Cloning a spell that's already on the stack when you already paid for that and have it be a worthwhile spell and tacking on 4 on top of it, good luck. But if it's a creature summoning spell, not like, okay, let's just cut the crap. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't know what this is. You're cloning a convocable creature because that's considered a spell. So your biggest creature, you clone it, and then whatever the biggest convoke piece of crap that you paid 0 for is on the stack, you now clone it with this. So that alone is going to drive this up to an insane value, but only in standard because this isn't even that good of a card in Eternal. It's good, but it's not that good. Now that said, you're damn right I'm running this if standard even still exists. I got the photocopier from Hell deck. You guys have seen me crush people with that online, which is hilarious because it's not a tier 1 deck at all, according to the meta, double quote. I've been playing and building decks for 10 years. I run a giant YouTube channel about Magic with 3,000 videos and 45 million views. The meta is whatever the I say it is. At this point, if you're wondering why we're seeing new competitive standard decks like 12 weeks after the release of a set, it's because nobody gives a crap enough about standard to play competitively and show like big, oh, we already solved it decks online. They went from like 10 million down to like 1. You guys just don't even understand, if you haven't been paying attention, how bad the state of the game is right now. And WotC's scrambling to print overpowered crap because that went so well for standard to like push it into Commander to make a little couple dollars before they go bankrupt. This is the end right here. Do not get it twisted. This is the end of Magic. And Papa Hasbro's on the verge of bankruptcy too, so really puts a bad shade on these spoilers, doesn't it? But, well, I report on reality. Let me just read a comment. Just so you know, like, if you disagree with me and then just, I don't know, hate watch my content still for some reason, or you're just lying to yourself, or you're just an immature idiot, let me just read a comment from a user 4 days ago, okay? Guy's not even subbed to my channel, which is, really? Starting to think they aren't drawing that badge correctly, but anyway. Your channel is the only Magic channel I regularly watch now. All the others, not some of the others, all the others just kind of feel like they have a veneer of fake positivity. Like the people making the videos know how bad things are and don't want to admit that they should probably be spending their time on anything else. Yeah, where else are net deckers and pro wannabes going to get their validation from with their no effort, easy wins with overpowered crap? Like, where else are they going to get that? And I believe that was the #1 highest upvoted comment on one of my recent videos. So that's where me and my community of people who've been playing long enough to like see what's going on and see the downslide are at. But hey, there's a silver lining. There's good news for everything. I mean, other than the game's probably going to go away in the next 5 years, that sucks. But in the meantime, you don't have to buy or participate in any of their dumb bullshit they're coming out with. I don't save you a hell of a lot of money. Just keep playing with your friends at the store, out of the store, your basement, your kitchen table. It doesn't matter. Or do what I do. Go down to the old dirty Chinese buffet, ODBC, shout out to Chappelle Show, and play some dirty Chinese Magic down there, man. You're probably going to need new sleeves every time, but I mean, it's like $9 for the buffet. You can afford it. Especially with all that money you're saving from not giving WotC any of your money. They don't deserve it with the way they treat you as a customer. They actively hate you depending upon your skin color and orientation. Don't forget that, let alone religious beliefs or political or anything else. That's just lefties these days. They are so full of hate and anger and disdain for everyone because they're lashing out because they know they're unhappy, but they can't take personal responsibility for it being their own damn fault because of their own decisions and what they were misled into believing by the media. Take that and try to go into a job every day and do your job to design cards and test stuff. And like, no wonder they treat the fans like such crap and are such just delusional. Just they don't even know what's going on in the world, just in their own little bubble on social media. It's sad. It is really sad and really angering when it comes into my hobby that I care about. You can have your own little failed state, okay, out in San Francisco. You can have your own little absolute human hellhole out in Portland. We're soft on crime, and oh, let's apologize to this group because of their skin color and blah, 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 blah. All right, go be a shining example in front of everybody's face about what happens when you believe that absolute bullshit. Go for it. But when you come into something I care about, oh, no, no, no. That's when I get really pissed. I mean, everybody likes to go to the zoo once in a while and go, look at those stupid monkeys throwing at each other. They're so stupid. But then you go home, then you leave that, okay? The monkeys don't come home. You're in your living room, you open up your damn door, and oh, the monkeys are here. Oh, crap. And they're destroying my whole house and everything I care about. No. Make San Francisco a zoo again, okay? Not use it as the basis for policies everywhere else. Hey, Des, when are you going to stop doing political rants? Oh, when's the next election? November something, 2020, go f*** yourself? Right after conservative non-career politicians get in, take over, and fix everything. That's when I'll shut up about it. So, don't hold your breath. But while you're not holding your breath, use that respiratory oxygen to get off your ass and vote and do something about this. So anyway, back to the spoilers. We got Vorinclex. I don't know what his political opinions are, and I don't care. Because it's a fantasy card game I play for fun, occasionally. But in case you didn't get the point before, you can play with your friends. You don't have to buy into this. You don't have to play their formats. You can just, whatever deck you thought was fun, whatever is an appropriate power level for your friend group, you could jump on Tabletop Simulator, X-Mage, anything other than Arena. Hell, you can play with your friends on Arena. There's anything goes as a format on there. You don't have to keep giving them money. You don't have to buy this crap. Send them a message. Vote with your wallet. You don't have to. You can get off the treadmill at any point. When you're like standard constructed, I'm just done with it. That doesn't mean you have to be done with Magic. You can do whatever you want. You can play whatever you want. You can go back in time to whatever era you want. Me and some friends at the last fan meetup, we got out some old decks. We had a match. Banana deck versus some other stuff from like, I don't know, what was it, Kaladesh or something? It was a fun match, it was really tight, and the power level was understandable and fun and easy to keep track of. It was big, splashy, crazy, stupid deck archetypes out of left field, and we had fun. WotC can't stop you from doing that. They could disappear tomorrow, completely be evaporated by a meteorite, let's all hope. That ain't gonna make your cards get remote deleted. Now, that will happen on Arena or MTGO, potentially. So don't sell your favorite decks now, but I'm just saying people are like, man, Magic sucks. I can't believe I can't play it anymore. What the hell is stopping you? I mean, yeah, some people are like, well, my store went out of business and those are the people I played with. Okay, you got a point there, but other than that, if your friends group gets together and play Magic or have a board game night or whatever and you rotate and just play whatever, you can bring out your old cards. You can do whatever you want. Whatever keeps you away from this Vorinclex, I haven't even read this yet. I'm putting off reading it because I already know. It's going to be terrible. 6/6 Trample Reach, there you go. Whenever it enters the battlefield, search your library for up to 2 forest cards, reveal them, then put them in your hand, then shuffle, and if you pay 8, because of course you're running a ramp deck, exile him and return him to the battlefield transformed, only at sorcery speed, he becomes the Saga the Grand Evolution. Because if you're going to rip off StarCraft 1 and 2, you might as well really rip it off. So, number 1, mill 10 cards. Put up to 2 creature cards from among the milled cards directly onto the battlefield. Because you ramped all the way up with all those forests, now you don't need them. Who cares? Then cast another creature on top of it. Chapter 2 distributes 7 1/1 counters among any number of target creatures you control. Oh my gosh. And 3, until end of turn, creatures you control gain pay 1. This creature fights target creature you don't control and then exile it. And return to the battlefield face up? Oh, I forgot the Praetor Sagas did that. Oh my god. This, I mean, I hate to say it, this might have to be banned from some other formats. I can name some pretty egregious green ramp cards. Like that untap all your lands at the end of your end step, and that still isn't banned in anything. That all your creatures tap for mana is still a $7 card that people said was never going to take off, Das. Second most expensive rare in the set, dumbass. That thing's still not banned. No, I think it is. But like this, as far as ramp into more ramp, while also having trample and reach, this is like the color green but pushed in like card form. And 5's pretty damn reasonable. You can also manipulate the chapter counters on this with some stuff outside of just standard. So this card might actually have to be banned in multiple formats. Now, I wonder, why are people playing a format where they completely self-police the power level, called Multiplayer Commander? Why is that, you think? Is it because it puts them in charge of the power level? That can't be it. Is it because they're fleeing too high of a power level and just done with WotC trying to sell them overpowered crap and moving the goalpost every time they build a new deck? That can't be it. So finally we got Jin Gataxius. I swear most of the people in this were already dead. I don't know how they're here. Did they resurrect them? I don't know. Did they just rip off the Matrix with this one? I'm going to say yes. So it's a 5-cost, 5/5, Ward 2, you know what he is. Let's see, whenever you cast a non-creature spell with mana value 3 or greater, draw a card. Okay, but that's almost like more fair. But still, I mean, that's pretty much the average counter spell. Pay 4, exile them, return them, you know, sorcerer speed, you know what they do. The Great Synthesis, woo! Chapter 1, draw cards equal to the number of cards in your hand. You have no max hand size for as long as you control the Great Synthesis. Chapter 2, return all non-Phyrexian creatures to their owner's hands. An asymmetric bounce. Wow. And then Chapter 3, you may cast any number of spells from your hands without paying their mana costs. Exile the Great Synthesis, then return to the battlefield face up. Fun, fun, fun. What an enjoyable card. Well, watch for more of the train wreck if you can stomach it, and then go back to playing crap from 10 years ago. In a format and at a place that's completely controlled by you and your friends. That's how you still have fun with Magic. There's plenty to be had. And to me, not having to spend money on new standard crap every quarter, yeah, that actually is kind of freeing. That is a little bit liberating. It's a very, very, very dark upside and a very, very dark cloud with a very silver lining. But if you really want to get to the bottom of the silver lining, help support this channel, get yourself some new looks while everybody turns heads when you're walking down the mall. What the hell? I wrote this down and I still misread it. That's not even a sentence. Whatever, WotC damaged my brain. Go check out some cool shirts and some other merch. They got some nice joggers. They got some hoodies. They got everything over there. I know 98% of you guys are guys. Also could have been phrased better, but viewers on my channel demographically. Clothes shopping. Like, what is that? What are we doing? I don't understand it. You don't understand it. Look, these all fit me and I've got giant shoulders. Never had scratchy labels, never had a bad fit. I just bought for the first time, I think in the last 5 years, because I accidentally, oh God, here's a story. So last week, let's just tell the story. This is going to be so funny. Definitely worth it. Stick around for this. I slept straight through my alarm because I work like 80 hours a week and had to go into the one where they actually care if I show up on time, unlike YouTube. And I was accidentally wearing the shirt I slept in, which is like this one I bought as a joke for my D&D party. It's the wizard Gandalf, but photoshopped to be a cat. It's called Catdolf. I wore that to work. I walked around for an hour and a half before my stupid ass realized when I switched on the webcam that I'm wearing a freaking cat wizard shirt. So that day of the week is the day that we all agreed everybody has to come into the office unless they have a really good reason. So like we do work from home or whatever, but like that day is like collaboration, everybody get their day. Well, that's what day it was. Luckily I have my own office. I think somebody just thought it was for a thing or it was a joke or I don't know. I'm sure somebody reported me to someone. So took an early lunch, ran over to the Walmart, got an $11 shirt, which is shockingly cheap. And you'll never guess, even being a 2XL, that thing fit like crap. It felt like it was on backwards. It was scratchy. The tag was awful. And it wasn't even a tag. It was like tag material, but some sick sociopath decided, let's like iron it on with adhesive to the back of the shirt. So you get 4 scratchy edges and you cannot peel this thing off. This shirt was designed by a crazy person. And I had to wear this trash the entire rest of the day. Look, I didn't even know where the men's clothing department was at Walmart, okay? As soon as you hit about 25, you're pretty much done buying clothes until they fall apart. And God help you when it comes to underwear, double down on that. Every Christmas you might get a new pack. The meme is true, guys. You can't hide it. We know how many holes are in those. Come on. Good news, Into the AM sells underwear too, but also their shirts are so comfortable, so perfect fitting, they got the 100% guarantee if they don't. I've never had a problem. They don't fall apart. The threads don't come unraveled. The ink doesn't come off unless you're doing something crazy with it. FYI, it helps to turn them inside out to wash them in case you're equally as manly as I am and don't know how to do laundry. And they're just such a nice company. My rep is so nice. Shout out. What's up? They treated me nicely and fairly. They haven't had a problem with my content. They're just like, hey, you get customers. It's a cool geeky hobby. You guys are getting mad sales. Keep it up. Respect. So go treat yourself to a nice new look. start turning some heads wherever you're at. I went to like an old school analog pinball and whatever the hell else like showed up convention, real small local one. Wearing like this cool shirt of the, the astronaut playing an old arcade cabinet. I got like 50 comments. I think that some people thought I worked there. Oh, and like shout out to like the 5 people who recognize my voice too, because apparently still people don't know what I look like. Go watch me burn magic cards and cook Hot Pockets on top of it if you're wondering what I look like. And then when you find out what I look like, come get back to this video, be disappointed, and then go buy some cool merch with the link in the description. I absolutely adore them, and they are like a third of my wardrobe at this point. They got something for everyone, man, I'm telling you. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.